So I wanted to make a quick review about Clair Obscur Expedition 33 by Sandfall Interactive, which came out recently and I feel like has been quite popular, but it hasn't been like talked about too much by the general public because of the fact that it is like a turn-based RPG, which is the most evil thing you can make these days. Just kidding, obviously. It's something I grew up with that I love, like Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh, but this, I'm finishing it up. I'm in the third act, and I'm kind of clearing out the map here. So I wanted to do a quick go by this real quick before I did a big video where I really break down the whole thing because it is so good and it is such a good return to what turn-based combat could be because it all it does is add just a little interactivity. Like your defenses are totally on you. So if a boss is you figured him out and you can parry everything or dodge everything, you're not going to take any damage, and give it enough time, you'll beat it. So there's a skill level to it that you can increase and thus just dominate the game in whatever way you choose. You can make these great builds for each character that then you can match with the other characters that can everything works is really what I'm trying to say. There's nothing that has proven to be just useless to me. Everyone has a skill that can be abused or broken, especially Mael. And it really is an endearing story, too. Most of the RPGs revolve around your story because, I mean, you're pretty much playing an interactive book, right? This makes you interact even more. There's a free aim to it where you aim your gun, too, that I don't use that much, but there are builds that utilize that, and there's weaknesses on the bosses that you can take advantage of with those gun shots. And so I think that this is a rare instance where they have innovated in a way that probably should have been done already, because this felt like the next logical step for something like Final Fantasy VI. But back in that time, graphics were the most important thing, right? So advancing from 6 to 7 was graphically insane, and then 7 to 8, and then, well, 8 to 9. But I really like 9. Don't hate on my Final Fantasy 9. How dare you? But then 9 to 10. So there really wasn't like advancements in the gameplay. It more or less was just getting it to look nicer and run better. 6 had interaction to a slight degree, like Sabin's blitzes, and Cyan, you just waited, so that wasn't very cool. But everyone had a little bit of a different thing that they could do, which made things interesting. That next step is this, where this is the basic next step. All you do is press A at convenient times, but you can go much farther with that. Each person could have a different mechanic that they do that from in the future. This doesn't have to just stay like, oh, AA, like, or AAA, this could be something much more intricate and endearing, I would think, because just 2 A buttons make this a fantastically interactive game. And then if you like Sekiro, this is going to be the game for you because you can be the parry god and parry every boss hit you want. So just on gameplay alone, this is a fantastic game. The setting is a dystopian France where you are going on an expedition to defeat this giant woman who is doing weird things. And I don't want to explain too much of it because this is just a go by it type review. This is a story worth investing your time in because it hits you in the feels so damn much, and there's always a little something to add once you progress the story, and it kind of changes how you looked at the entire story to begin with. So I would say that if you are into these kinds of things, go for it, because this is so much going to be a building block for future turn-based games, because you can't ignore this. It's such a good interactive game, and the story is so good, and they got Charlie Cox from Daredevil. I mean, they're doing it right. The voice acting is amazing. The game looks amazing. I can't enjoy it more because it is hitting everything I want from a person who has played all of these old Super Nintendo, PlayStation RPGs, and kind of wishes for something to grasp onto that old nostalgia. And this does it. This hits it in a way that I can only hope that this gets better. Like I can't see how it can get worse. Like the setup of being able to interact properly with the bosses, like with parries and dodges and stuff, that is so good. It can only get better with what the characters will do in terms of like just most of the attacks are just like, oh, hit A now, hit A now. Sooner or later, I'm assuming that's going to be even more intricate and more fun. So if you're thinking about buying this game, jump right in because it will grab you and put you in the seat, strap you in, and say, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need a little? Do you want a soda?" And then it gives you the soda. Do you need a little? You want a snack too? And be, okay, here's a snack. No, that you don't like salty stuff. Okay, here's sweet. Why don't you do sweet and salty? Because then you get a little bit of the sweet, and then you know what? Here, popcorn. Put the M&Ms on the popcorn. There you go. Look at that. You're living it. So go get your M&Ms and popcorn. Enjoy the game.